Hello guys, Nemox here, and today we are diving into What If Naruto Was an Uchiha Part 18. Before I start, I would like to thank you all for waiting this long for this next part. During the previous few weeks, a lot happened at school, so I wasn't able to write the script. Now that quarter 2 has finally ended, I will once again resume a frequent uploading schedule. This part will basically complete the merge of the story with the canon storyline. Also, remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and without further ado, let's get started. On the surface, during their way out, Kurenai, carrying the skinny ninja, debriefed Naruto about what happened on the surface when he, Hinata, and Choji were underground. Halfway during Kurenai's briefing, the unconscious Choji starts to show some signs of consciousness. Oh, damn, my head hurts, mumbles Choji, regaining his consciousness and rubbing his eyes. Oh, finally, Choji. Carrying you all that way was extremely tiring. Now that you're up again, you can walk on your own, says Naruto, dropping Choji's heavy body. Thump, sounds Choji's body when hitting the ground. Hey, Naruto, you could have given me more time to react. That hurt, exclaims Choji, rubbing his bottom. Yes, Choji. Anyway, look, Kurenai-sensei, there's our way out, says Naruto, pointing towards a bright hole a few meters in front of him. Naruto? Kurenai-sensei? Choji? Can you hear me? Yells Hinata, pointing her head into the deep hole. Yes, we can hear you. We're all relatively fine. Could you throw down some rope? We are carrying some heavy baggage, replies Kurenai, looking down at the two unconscious rogue ninjas. Thank goodness you're all okay. Here's the rope, exclaims Hinata, throwing down the thick rope she prepared. After receiving the rope, Naruto, Choji, and Kurenai made their way up the surface, carrying the two unconscious ninjas behind them. Once everyone reached the surface, Kurenai started giving out orders. Alright, Hinata, bring Naruto and Choji back into the house. They need some bandages, especially Naruto. Also, how are the reinforcements going? Have they arrived yet? Asks Kurenai, spitting out the words quickly. Kurenai-sensei, I've already sent the messenger hawk. It should be around 15 minutes until they arrive, answers Hinata, walking over to Choji and Naruto. Good. You three go and rest up. You can leave the rest to me, says Kurenai, body flickering away. I have to show Sasuke this book I found, and possibly read more of it, thinks Naruto, making his way to the farmhouse. When Naruto, Choji, and Hinata were only 10 meters away from the front doors, Naruto's vision started going blurry. Naruto started to sway as he walked, and when they were 5 meters away from the front doors, Naruto collapsed onto the ground. Naruto, wake up, says Hinata, noticing the collapsed Naruto. Even though Naruto heard Hinata's words, he couldn't move. Gradually, he started losing more and more of his consciousness until he was completely out. 5 p.m. in the village hospital. A few minutes after Naruto passed out and was brought into the farmhouse, the reinforcements from the village arrived. A group of 5 Anbus appeared in a flash, arriving outside the farmhouse. After having the situation explained to them by Hinata, 3 of the 5 Anbus left to search for Kurenai, while 2 of the 5 escorted the 3 Genins back to the village. Once again within the village boundaries, Naruto and Choji were both brought to the village hospital. After some diagnostics, the doctors concluded the conditions Naruto and Choji were in. Choji, due to a heavy blow to the head, had a slight concussion which can be dealt with some rest at home. Naruto, on the other hand, looked fine on the outside, but actually had excessive blood loss and was forced to stay at the hospital. Oh, moans Naruto, twisting on his medical bed. So you're finally awake, says Sasuke, sitting on a chair beside Naruto. Man, I'm in a hospital again, ain't I? Replies Naruto, gradually opening his eyes. How long have I been out? Asks Naruto. Oh, not long. Just a few hours. The doctors actually said you wouldn't wake up for at least a day, but I knew you were strong enough. Anyway, wanna tell me how you ended up like this? Asks Sasuke, lifting his head to face Naruto. As Sasuke's reminder, Naruto remembered about the events in the underground facility and the book he took. Looking down at his body, Naruto realized that he changed into hospital clothing. Sasuke, where are my clothes? There was something extremely important inside, exclaims Naruto, quickly getting out of bed. Oh, they should be with the nurse. She left not too long ago with them. It was dirty, so she said she would go wash them, replies Sasuke, surprised by Naruto's sudden energy. We've got to stop her, says Naruto, rushing out the door with Sasuke following behind him. Activating the Sharingan, Naruto quickly found the nurse holding his dirty clothes. Right when the nurse was about to enter the laundry room, Naruto stopped her. Excuse me, nurse lady, I'm going to need my clothes back, says Naruto, wearing a completely white hospital gown. Oh, you're up. You shouldn't be moving so soon, warns the nurse. Also, I'm only taking your clothes to the laundry room because they were dirty, replies the nurse. It's okay. I'm fine now, says Naruto, and I'll be taking that back, he adds, while quickly snatching back his clothes and turning around to leave. Thank you for taking care of my brother, says Sasuke, before turning around with Naruto and leaving the hospital. 20 to 30 minutes later in the Uchiha compound, Naruto, on his way home from the village hospital, roughly explained to Sasuke the events that happened during his mission. When Naruto got to the part about the valves and the Uchiha surname, Sasuke also became furious. The further Naruto described the underground facility, the more Sasuke wondered about the place. Gradually, Sasuke became more and more curious, especially about the book Naruto had on him. Once the two Uchihas arrived home, they immediately opened the mysterious book. The first thing Naruto did was flip to the pages about the Sharingan implantations and Hashirama cells, showing it to Sasuke. After Sasuke had a closer look at the page's content, he took a deep breath. I can't believe people would do research like this. This person is unforgivable, exclaimed Sasuke, slightly raising his chakra. I agree with you, Sasuke, but you need to calm down. This is only the first few pages of the book. If we are going to read more of it, we both need to stay calm, reminds Naruto, looking at Sasuke's facial expression. Okay, I'm ready. Let's read on, replies Sasuke, calming himself down. At the Hokage's office. That's all that happened during the mission. After removing the truth-concealing seal from the two Chunins, we searched through their minds and were able to confirm two facts. First is that Orochimaru was indeed the one behind what happened. Second is that he was after Naruto and Sasuke, but due to the exchange program, those two were unexpectedly split up. These were all the information we could extract. After reaching these conclusions, the extraction corps met with some form of mental obstacle. More information should come in the future, reports Kurenai, explaining all that she knew. This is worse than I thought. It seems that Orochimaru has begun to make his move. We'll have to make sure Naruto and Sasuke are safe. Inform Kakashi of this, and tell him if there are any signs of Orochimaru on any of his missions, he's to immediately turn back and report it to me. Understand? Commands the third Hokage. Understood, but Lord Third, are you sure you don't want to assign Anbu to guard Naruto and Sasuke? Asks Kurenai. I've thought of that, but I think we still have some time. If Orochimaru really wanted to capture Naruto and Sasuke, he would have sent a stronger team. As for the reasons why, there can only be two. 1. Orochimaru is in dire need of manpower and is planning something big. Or 2. Orochimaru is only testing our defenses against him. I believe the possibility of the first is much greater. Therefore, he shouldn't be making any big moves anytime soon. The safety of Naruto and Sasuke will need to rely on their own strength. If Orochimaru were truly to make a move and go retrieve them himself, no amount of Anbu would be able to help. The only people from the village that could fight against Orochimaru are the remaining two Sanins and me. There's no way we can spare this power to constantly protect Naruto and Sasuke. Under these conditions, Kakashi, a former Anbu, would be the best fit to guard both of them and train them, especially Sasuke, as they share the same chakra nature. Right now, the main thing we need to do is figure out just what Orochimaru wants from them and how we can stop it. Tell the interrogation corps to try to find out just where Orochimaru's hideout is, and once they do, immediately report back to me, explains the third Hokage. Understood, exclaims Kurenai, leaving the third Hokage's office with her new information. After Kurenai left the room, the third Hokage took a deep breath. Oh, Orochimaru, just what are you thinking? Wonders the third Hokage, before resuming his paperwork. Meanwhile, miles away, underground, in a silent room stood a skinny figure waiting in silence for something. Lord Orochimaru, greets Kabuto, kneeling on the ground. Kabuto, report, says Orochimaru, not even bothering to turn around and face Kabuto. Yes, sir. The retrieval was a failure. Out of the 3 ninjas we sent, 1 died, while the other 2 were detained and should be under questioning. Naruto, along the heir to the Akamichi clan, ended up discovering the underground base earlier than expected. They confronted the 2 brothers and eventually lost. But, just when the retrieval was about to succeed, the Jonin of the group came and ruined everything, explains Kabuto. Trash! Whatever. I never planned for them to succeed. Did the Uchiha take the book I gave you? Asks Orochimaru. Yes, Lord Orochimaru. Naruto hid it in his pocket and took it back with him, most likely to show his brother. As to if the book would land on the third Hokage's hands, I don't think it would. Naruto seems to treat the book's content very personally. Kabuto says, smiling. Good. Orochimaru says, it's all coming together. He thinks. 7 weeks later. During the past 7 weeks, a few things happened. First is the reassembling of the teams that took part in the exchange program. Teams 7, 8, and 10 returned to their original makeup and continued to accept missions. Second is the tightening of the village security. Due to Orochimaru's sudden activity, the third Hokage decided to increase the number of patrolling ninjas around the village, as well as upgrading the farming mission to S rank in order to keep the situation a secret. After being put back to their original teams, Naruto and Sasuke also resumed their regular training schedule. During their training, more frequent than usual, the third Hokage visited to help them. Within the past 7 weeks, training was even more productive than before. Under the third Hokage's constant tutelage, Naruto and Sasuke were able to skip many detours in their training and walk a straight path. Their chakra reserves, physical abilities, teamwork and combat skills, as well as their jutsu usage, all increased exponentially. Gradually, the missions Naruto and Sasuke took became extremely boring and easy. So easy, to the point that the everyday missions they took had no effect on their improvement. The only upside from them taking those missions were the fine bucks. Ching! The target is in sight, says Naruto into his wireless communicator. Alright, on 3, we'll jump him. Got it? Replies Sasuke. 1, 2, 3. On 3, 3 figures jumped from the shadows and launched onto the cat. Another one under the bag. I've caught you again, Tora. Man, you're a spirited cat, always running away from your master. You should be ashamed of yourself. I bet your owner's really annoyed by now, but I'm not complaining. Your master pays high figures for your retrieval. Don't know if I should be disappointed or should I thank you, says Naruto, holding the cat in front of him. Don't forget to check if it's really Tora. Is there a red ribbon on its right ear? Asks Kakashi through the communicator. Yup, it's unmistakable. We've caught this cat so many times. I even remember its smell. Anyways, let's go back. We finished the mission, says Sasuke, as Tora tries to scratch off Naruto's face. Lost pet Tora captured. Mission completed once again. Oh yeah, time to head back. Cheers, Sakura. Okay, but wait. I've one more thing to say, says Sasuke. Oh, what is it? Asks Kakashi. Can't we get a better mission than catching a damn cat? Naruto and Sasuke scream at the same time, destroying Kakashi's eardrums. Back at the Hokage's office. After completing the mission, Team 7 went back to the Hokage's office in order to return Tora back to his owner, the wife of the fire dynamo. Oh, Tora! Oh, how I've missed you! Says the wife of the fire dynamo, as she hugs her cat Tora. Thanks a lot, Team 7. You once again saved my baby girl, she adds. Alright, Team 7, listen up. Among your next missions are babysitting the chief counselor's 3-year-old, helping his wife do shopping, picking up potatoes, and that should be it for today. explains the same Anbu guard who challenged Naruto and Sasuke before. Okay, first of all, no. We're not going to do any more of these easy missions. You are squandering our talent, exclaimed Sasuke. Second of all, weren't you fired a long time ago? Says Naruto, following up Sasuke's statement. Why, you... says the Anbu, gritting his teeth. You two are just rookie Genins, with practically no experience. What makes you think you can take on higher level missions? The Anbu adds. Well, first of all, we've been doing these missions for like what, 3 months? I think that's enough experience. Also, I've been on this dangerous mission 2 months ago, and I've only gotten stronger since then. Our skills deserve more than these simple missions, complains Naruto, looking the Anbu straight in the eye. Alright then, if you're this determined, you may get a higher ranked mission. Here's a C rank mission. You're going to be a bodyguard for a person traveling to the land of waves. Do you accept? Says the third Hokage, surprising Naruto. Yes, definitely! Finally! An actual mission! I wonder who we're guarding, explodes Naruto, trailing off. Okay then, send in our visitor, says the third Hokage, signaling the Anbu. Right after the third Hokage signal, the door behind Team 7 opened. Behind the door, an old man walked into the room. The old man held a near empty bottle of wine and leaned against the side of the doorframe, like his whole body had no power. His cheeks had a tinge of pink and exhaled a breath that reeked of alcohol. This man is as drunk as hell, thinks Naruto and Sasuke simultaneously, disappointed as who they were going to be escorting. Are you serious? Do you seriously expect me to entrust my life to a couple of snot-nosed brats like these? Complains the old man. Rest assured, Tazuna, these ninjas in front of you are the best of their generation. Why don't you introduce yourself? Explains the third Hokage. At the third Hokage's words, both Naruto and Sasuke gave Tazuna a menacing glare. Well, whatever. Nothing I can do about it. My name is Tazuna, and I'm a master bridge builder. I'm building a bridge that will change our nation. I expect you little brats to get me there safely, even if it means giving up your life, explains Tazuna to the group in front of him. Alright, if any of you three need to get anything before we head out, you have 10 minutes to do so. 10 minutes later, we meet at the south gate, orders Kakashi to his team. Yes, sensei, replies the 3 Genins, before all of Team 7 disappeared. After everyone left, the Anbu guard turned towards the third Hokage. Lord Third, are you sure that this is a wise decision? To send a few rookie Genins on an escort mission? Asks the Anbu. They won't stay rookies forever. Plus, they're going to have to accept a high-ranking mission someday anyway. And from what I can see, they're ready. Now the real problem is, how are we going to tell the chief counselor about all his missions being rejected? Replies the third Hokage, rubbing his temple. And this, guys, is where I'm going to end What If Naruto Was an Uchiha, Part 18. Before you go, remember to like and subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications so you get notified when the next video comes out. This is the end of this part, so until next time, see ya!